Audio Jungle.
What's up, everybody? It's your boy, Sammy Socialite. Once again, this is my 10th episode of season 2, 10th episode in a row. So, give us a round of applause. You know, today for dinner, I got a delicious blank gargantuan sandwich. You know, wherever you assume it came from, that's where it came from. So I'm going to start this show off right with the NBA. The NBA champions, the Giannis Antetokounmpo and Milwaukee Bucks, they went to the White House to get their, champion celebration. And I just want to say that they are restarting the trend of going to the White House because a lot of people did not go to the White House when that other guy was in there. So, shout out to Giannis. He got to stand at the podium and all that. The Hawks played the Warriors. Steph Curry became the oldest person to ever score 50 points in a game when he dropped 50 and 10 assists on the Hawks' heads. That loss was the 4th loss in a row for the Hawks. They're still gonna do something, but it's getting kind of scary in Hawks land. They're trying out a lot. Some stuff is working. Some stuff not working. The third quarters have been really bad for the Hawks. We're going to see if our head coach, Nate McMillan, can fix that. Miami versus the Nuggets. Markieff Morris seems to take a little jab at Jokic for the Nuggets. Jokic retaliates and basically shoves Markieff to the floor. All the Bulls jump to his aid. Not the Bulls, I'm sorry, the Heat. All the Heat come to his aid, including Jimmy Butler. Jimmy Butler is seen mouthing things to Jokic that kind of seemed like he was saying, "Meet me outside, pussy ass nigga." And, And then apparently the Heat pulled up after the game to the locker room looking for Jokic. So, as y'all know, Jokic has some brothers. They made a Twitter account to talk smack to Markieff and his brother, Marcus, I don't fucking know, I forgot the name. The Morris twins, they were beefing on Twitter with the Jokic brothers, and it just seems like they really want some smoke. Of course, NBA is still rolling. Not that much interesting, but that fight was kind of interesting. Take a second right now to give the Braves some congratulations, World Series champs, baby. They actually won the World Series the last time, the night I was recording, so I couldn't mention it then. But kudos to the Braves. They beat the brakes off the Astros in the final game of the World Series. The parade that they had in Atlanta was crazy. They had a parade in Atlanta, basically, and a parade in Cobb, where the stadium is. The bus drove about 100 miles an hour through the downtown parade, but went regular 5 miles per hour speed in Cobb County. Some would say race was the issue involved in that, but we don't talk about politics on this show. Shout out to the Braves one more time. In NFL news, cornerback for the Oakland Raiders, Damon Arnett, was cut and released because he has mental problems that needs to get help. But he was shown in the video pointing not just a regular gun, but like a freaking Call of Duty gun with a drum, 2 drums and everything. Like I would kill you to somebody on live, and they cut him. And it's not like he wasn't really good. Every time I watched a Raiders game, he was getting picked on and burnt. But he was a draft pick in the first round in the 2020 draft for the Raiders. The same draft that they got Henry Ruggs in. He was also a first rounder. Both of their first round picks from 2020 are now released for obvious reasons, and it's just crazy. You know, prayers up for them fellas, and I'm hope for the best. The Atlanta Falcons. I just told y'all last episode how sorry they were. They went into New Orleans and beat the Aints. Shout out to the Falcons. Shout out to Matt Ryan. Shout out to Cordero Patterson. Shout out to AJ Terrell. Shout out to Brady Jarrett. Bruh, these Falcons, they are Jekyll and Hyde, but when they win, and it's always good to recognize that it's always a good day when the Falcons beat the Aints. No matter if we 0-12 when we beat the Aints, or if it's 12-0, any game that we can beat the Aints is a great game. The Jaguars did the unthinkable and beat the Bills. The Bills are supposedly this great team that's supposed to be scaring everybody in the AFC, but now it's looking like the AFC is really wide open because the Bills lost. The Titans actually won. However, their defense was a big factor in why they won. Their offense really didn't do much without Derrick Henry. But those are two of the top teams in the AFC. The Chiefs did win versus a COVID Aaron Rodgers-less Packers team. But they also didn't win. They won by like the Packers had a chance to win at the end. So Chiefs need to find a way to get it together. The Bengals, who were at the top of the AFC, have lost 2 games in a row, and maybe they're realizing that they're not as good as they're supposed to be. Justin Fields, bruh. Shout out to Justin Fields. Justin Fields almost went into Pittsburgh on Monday Night Football, down 14 in the fourth quarter, and almost won. At the end, the referee called some crazy things, including taunting, because a player ran into him. But wait, he didn't run into him for real. The ref basically hip checked him as he ran by and still threw the flag. So that was shady. That cost them a Steelers score. Justin Fields looked for real. Matt Nagy offense still sucks, but don't sleep on Fields. He's going to be a good quarterback, as we all thought. The big thing that came out today, Dalvin Cook is now a part of an investigation for domestic violence and extortion of him. Usually when you hear domestic violence you think the man is beating the woman, but no, he was the one getting domestic abuse, and he's getting extorted right now. More details coming out, but that just came across, so I had to let y'all know about that. Last thing on the NFL, Odell Beckham Jr. is now a free agent. He cleared the waivers. No team picked him up for whatever reason, which is so surprising to me. He's out to get signed. He said he's going to take his time and look at all his options. Right now, they saying the Packers is an option, the Saints is an option, Seattle is an option, and then he had some sleeper options that he listed that included New England, Kansas City Chiefs, and the Atlanta Falcons. So, I don't know. OBJ could be looking for a quarterback to throw to him, and Green Bay usually doesn't make these type of signings, so that'll be interesting to see. But let's see what happens on OBJ. Next time I talk to y'all, OBJ will most likely be on a team and playing for somebody. College football, we all as a country watched Bama almost get beat by LSU. It's crazy because up until the final minutes, LSU had the lead in this game. LSU was winning this game, the entirety of the game. Bama came back at the very end to win. They put up a fight. Coach O is trying to go out with a bang. And Nick Saban, you almost lost to LSU. So you might need to get it together. Florida gets their backs blown out by South Carolina. Their quarterback didn't play because he got hurt dancing. He hurt his knee dancing in the team hotel. Now, Florida hasn't had a good season whatsoever, so why is he dancing? I have no idea, but he was not able to play because he was dancing and hurt his knee. College football rankings, they should be coming out soon. No, they might already be out. I don't know. I didn't check, so... But just beware that Michigan State ended up losing. So they are no longer going to be in the top four. Let's see what they do with Cincinnati. My favorite part of the show is eating this food. But also, the fantasy star and bum of the week. The fantasy bum of the week. I didn't even have to look at choices. Fantasy bum of the week, Josh Allen. He played the Jaguars. Everybody knew Josh Allen was going to go off against the Jaguars. This man had interceptions, fumbles, hella sacks. He was sorry. Bills lost to the Jaguars. The score was 9-6. That's how sorry Josh Allen was in that game. There was not a touchdown pass thrown. He didn't run for a touchdown. Hell, they barely, I don't even think they sniffed the red zone. Kudos to Urban Meyer and the Jags, who now have 2 wins on the season. Shout out to them. The fantasy stars of the week. It was a lot of stars to choose from. James Conner for the Cardinals. They were without DeAndre Hopkins and Kyler Murray. So, what did James Conner do? Get 3 touchdowns. Almost 100 yards rushing and receiving. He did that thing. Cordero Patterson, he had 6 catches for 140 yards over the Aints. No touchdowns, but just that number alone was enough to make him one of the highest scoring running backs that week. But the fantasy star of the week goes to Nicholas Chubb-Burford III, also known as Nick Chubb. He was back from his first game off injury. He scored 2 touchdowns, ran for almost Went for like 170 yards on the ground. Just kudos to you. Honorable mention for the star, Jonathan Taylor for the Colts, but he played on Thursday, so I'm gonna leave that performance on Thursday. Them Sunday performances, Nick Chubb, you the man. Finish the start of the week. Thank y'all once again for chilling with me and watching me eat. Follow me, like, share, subscribe. This was episode 10 in season 2 of Eating Sports Chat. Got more special things coming soon. Y'all stay tuned. Holla at you. Finish this sandwich.